Just outside doing some yard work, getting ready for the year, start gardening work for the year, and thought I'd go ahead and just do my intro for Grow What You Eat 2026. This will be on my YouTube channel, James Pugh, and I might toss some of these videos to Rumble at jpugh_outdoors. This year's garden is going to be the same as my gardens from the last couple of years I've been doing here at this house. Out my parents, they have a big garden. My dad just got rid of it, actually covered it in grass. And my grandfather had, I don't know, 15 gardens or so when he was alive. So gardening is a big part of my family. And I started with one here about 4 or 5 years ago. I got really heavy into gardening here when COVID hit. So if anybody's seen any of my gardening videos, I got tons of them. Go look back. I think I got garden videos all the way back from 2024 through the beginning of this year, actually, because I put a spring garden in this year already. So 11 videos are already up, and I got tons of videos posted from 24, all of 24, all of 25. I think there's maybe some in there for 23, and maybe some in there for 22 if you go back deep enough and look. I'm not sure there's anything in there for 21 or not, but I posted a good bit of them with different collabs with different people. So if you're looking for gardening stuff or homesteading stuff, go take a peek. Pretty sure you'll find something. That's my main garden. It's just a dirt bed garden. It's been gardened a few times, tilled under a few times. It has, during the winter, I'll toss all my vegetable scraps in it. Coffee grounds, eggshells. I usually throw a bag of my own compost somewhere in there. So I usually make compost during the summertime. At least one bag or so. Of vegetable clippings and grass and oddball stuff. So it's had some fertilizer, 10 to 10 put in it over the years. It's had sand put in it. I had lime put through it. I even put ground gypsum through it. And I actually did the whole yard with gypsum last year. Just to hold water moisture. So this garden's been planted with a little bit of everything. Last year I had 20 some tomato plants going. They popped up on their own, so I just transplanted them and I grew them on the edge. If you go back and look at those videos, had jalapenos in there, had cucumbers going, but the rabbits kind of killed them off. Had zucchinis going. We actually got a good bit of zucchinis last year. Had one sunflower in the middle, and I'm trying to think. Had sweet potatoes in here, but they got ate by something and got ripped up. The year before I did really good with sweet potatoes in here. So they've been hit and miss depending on the animals getting a hold of them. Green beans, we plant them every year. Some years we get a good bit of them. Some years rabbits kill the plants completely off. And that's been last year. They wiped them out completely. So I think I only got a handful. But other than that, I got a lot of peppers last year, bell peppers. Jalapenos did pretty good, but the year before, if you go back and look, I put almost 300 and some. Last year, I think we filled up two 1 gallon bags plus another half of a bag. So almost 3.5 gallons of jalapenos last year. But tomatoes was non-stop. I made I don't know how many bags of tomato sauce and different versions of tomato sauce. And I got them all on my channel. So that's that garden. And I'll let you see some of the flower beds going. Did try to grow herbs in a pot. I'll show you them in a minute. And they didn't do too well. I've grown spinach last year up in my other garden. I'll show you that in a minute. And I grew some other stuff in that garden over the years too. And I'll talk about that in a second. But I'm planning on expanding this garden a little bit more this way, and a little bit more that way to give me a little bit more room. because the year before my sunflowers did not grow. I planted sunflowers along my edge, didn't get any of them. The darn rabbits killed them off. And last year I got that really big one in the middle. It had like 10 different heads on it. But I usually like keeping sunflowers in my garden to keep bees around and keep the butterflies happy, and it makes a nice windbreak. Plus my grandfather always grew sunflowers. I tried to grow lavender last year, but my lavender did not take off and did not grow for some reason. I tried it twice in 2 different spots. I tried it in here in a garden on one spot. I tried it in a pot, and I just couldn't get it to take. So, been wanting to try to grow lavender again this year. I'm also thinking about doing some quinoa maybe this year and buying some plants. And here I got a grow bag filled with onions. These are actually a mix of wild onions. They're growing on the property, and some onions I picked out of pulled out of the garden or transplanted. This is my other bed, and I got it planted with onions. You can tell these are my spring onions. I just put them in not too recently, and they took off pretty quick. So we've had really hot weather here and really cold weather here, so they've been doing really good. Except those ones, I think I just need to water them really good again. I think this, just by transplanting them, I might have should have let them go. I just picked them for green onions, but I thought I'll transplant them and see if I can get those ones to get me some nice onions out of them as well. This bed's been spinach last year. The year before I grew the spinach and tomatoes last year. I had some tomatoes randomly come up in it. So it was a mix of tomatoes and spinach. This year I put onions in it now. And then the year before I planted potatoes in it. And I've done beets in it. Did potatoes in it. I got 147, 130 little baby potatoes out of here. I have a video on that. But this bed is done really good and really nice for me. And it's just an old flower bed. Pots I've used in the past just to plant oddball stuff in. I got another big plastic container tub. I think I'm going to use this year and turn into another grow bed. So that'll give me more room around this garden. Also, with expanding the big garden. So it's a little bit about me, a little bit about the gardening history here, and a little bit of what I've grown in the past, and maybe what I plan on doing this year. I'll leave it there, and we'll see you in the next videos when I start really heavy planting this garden. So pass it on to your friends. #grow what you eat 2026.